Shaolin is a hero that gets players in For Honor very frustrated, angry, just makes you just hate the hero a lot. Shaolin has moves that can be very spammy and infinite chains that can make anyone's blood boil. He also has very easy mix-ups that anyone can do and just spam away sometimes, and keep you in control. And Shaolin also has a tech that some high-level Shaolin players may abuse if they want to. He has a lot in his kit that just makes him very annoying and unpredictable, and some players in For Honor just can't handle unpredictable mix-ups within the game. Like, some players, they can deal with a gladiator here and there that is just very mix-up intensive, but even sometimes they might deal with a virtuoso who will just continue to just use their entire kit over and over and over again. But with Shaolin, it's very annoying since he has infinite chain attacks and whatnot. So in this video, I will talk about why every For Honor player hates fighting Shaolin in For Honor. There are many heroes in this game that have annoying movesets, like Hidokiri for example, who has infinite chain heavies and feels very easy with everything that they throw out. Then you also have Griffin, who is just pure hyper armor and very easy heavies that everyone can just constantly abuse to get more damage. And Virtuosa, Jiren, Gladiator, the list goes on with their attacks that are annoying and have unpredictable attacks. But then you got Shaolin, who pretty much has both infinite chains that can be very annoying and unpredictable, and very easy to use mix-ups that can make anyone in this game feel like Kylo Ren on a normal Rage Day Monday. Shaolin can do infinite chains with his lights and his heavies and can do some damage. I mean, sometimes you can just unga bunga the attacks if the player doesn't parry or block them. And you can also flow the lights and heavies into other attacks like his front forward dodge kick. I like to use the kick in my own mix-ups sometimes because it's a very easy kick to use. I mean, you can do a light heavy feint into a front forward kick to be a bit aggressive sometimes. Not many players will see this kick coming because of how fast it can be. Now some players, they do react on orange when they see the front forward kick, so you can see it coming if you really have good reactions in someone. It's the same way with the sweep too. The damage numbers for Shaolin's heavies and lights are not too bad of damage, but it can be annoying and unpredictable to see what the next attack will be when fighting a Shaolin. Either a kick, heavy going into key stance, which has more annoying moves, and a tech that people exploit, and much more. But yeah, some people, they get really annoyed with the infinite moves a hero has. Shaolin has a stance that is very annoying to most people, called the key stance. You can enter the key stance by holding either the light or heavy button, and you'll be in the key stance. Now you can throw lights once you're in the key stance, and heavies too. When you're in key stance, when going for heavies on either right or left, they are undodgeable, and the same is for top heavy as well, it's also undodgeable too. Players also complain about the Shaolin sweep, since you can cancel the sweep and so on. Some players just really don't enjoy the sweep in general, I guess. Now the sweep, it can be dodged and seen from a mile away. Like, I swear the sweep isn't that hard to see coming, but for most people, they tend to fall for the sweep, cancel or feinting the sweep and getting guard broken from it. Like, a lot of players within this game just don't like the sweep that Shaolin has, even in team fights in Dominion. Now there is a move or a tech that some players use with Shaolin called the flicker tech. Now the flicker tech, you have to be in key stance through the light attack or the heavy attack and hold it down. Once you let the attack go, you mainly flicker to the other side and you basically go for that flicker tech. That's pretty much it. Now for the key stance from doing the heavy attack hold, you can throw your attack out and go for the top light. That's pretty much what it will change to. Players will just abuse the flicker attack over and over and over again. It's really weird and tiresome for a lot of players. The flicker attack is only one part of the problem, and why people really don't like fighting Shaolin, because many players will just constantly use flicker when fighting someone that is beating them. Hell, I've dealt with players who do that whenever they start losing. When playing with Shaolin, they start to use the tech to exploit it and just abuse it and possibly get the W. The tech is another part of why some players in For Honor hate fighting Shaolin, but you can still beat people who abuse the flicker tech. But it's best to just not get too angry over someone abusing it a lot. Try not to get too angry about it and just try to get through that adversity and just beat the player that's just abusing you with the broken tech. Now, Shaolin is annoying moveset wise and kit wise, but he can be very annoying in Dominion with his moves and feats as well. Now, when it comes to ganking, Shaolin's sweep is actually great for ganking and anti-ganking sometimes too. You can use the Shaolin sweep, the sun kick, after going for the light or heavy attack. And you can also use his deflex to your advantage when fighting 3 players and trying to anti-gank too. And using his side dodge attacks is really good too for just dodging attacks and mobility. And it's just dodging attacks that the enemy whiffs or trying to continue your chain pressure as best you can. Shaolin's feats are not too crazy. Well, one of his feats are very annoying to deal with from time to time, and the other, well, is good for situations. Like his tier 1 feat, Key Trap, is mainly good for getting information on where your opponent might be heading towards or which of your teammates they are fighting. I really like to use this feat a lot when playing with Shaolin because I want to be able to gather information on where my opponent is going. So I usually set the trap where their enemy spawn is and just watch where the enemies are going and head straight there. Shaolin's tier 2 feat Blink is sometimes annoying to deal with. Well, not just annoying, just really freaking crazy. But it's not too broken, but it's still annoying to deal with sometimes. Some players will get annoyed with his feats since Shaolin can just pop up from behind you and deal some damage and go into the sweep, which again makes him unpredictable. Not just the sweep, but just with his deflex and everything else in his kit, he just has a lot that makes him very unpredictable. His feats can make him frustrating for other players because of how unpredictable they are and just gathering information very fast and controlling the fight in Dominion 2. Now, if you are frustrated with just one Shaolin, imagine trying to deal with 4 Shaolins, man. Yeah, you would not have a great time, and some players will probably just quit the game much faster than the Oklahoma City Thunder did against the Spurs. I mean, Game 7 was just crazy. But the main point is that Shaolin in Dominion can get people frustrated because of his feats and ways that he can control the fight with his sweep and his moveset in general. Shaolin has good mobility in fights. Like I said, he has dodge attacks that make him more agile and aggressive sometimes. But he does have his deflex that also make him really good too. When fighting a Shaolin in a 1v1 situation, it can feel like he is very fast and you can't keep up sometimes. Heck, there are times that I just feel tired of facing one that is very fast and is just very mix-up intensive. It just gets annoying from time to time, man. Shaolin's mobility is what makes him very frustrating to fight against, because there are times that some Shaolin players will just not think and just be very aggressive and throw a lot of their moves out. And let's not forget that Shaolin has his 4th feat where he can teleport from one side of the map to the other. He just has to look at his teammates and he will be able to do that. He'll be able to get out of harm's way and be totally fine, or just go help his teammates out if they're in trouble. Shaolin's mobility is another part of what makes him frustrating to fight, as he can just change his position and just bait you into deflex and be very aggressive too. Now, there are many more reasons why people will say fight Shaolin in For Honor. I'll just name a few. First, his mobility is really fast. Like I said earlier, Shaolin has a very aggressive moveset where he has infinite chains that are very crazy to deal with, and he can continue that pressure over and over again until the player just gives up or uninstalls the game. His mobility plays a key factor in For Honor and helps him be very good. Second, Shaolin's entire kit is just mix-up intensive. He has a lot in his kit that makes him just unbearable to fight against. His moves and his key stance are a factor of that, as they continue to be a thorn in most people's sides. And the pressure that he has in his kit just causes players to be very frustrated, and not to mention that he has feats that can help him in bad situations. Lastly, Shaolin can control himself in team fights and be very slippery in team fights with his side dodge attacks and the ability to just teleport from one part of the map to the other to get away or help his teammates, and can be very annoying for most players in For Honor. Overall, Shaolin will continue to be very frustrating and tiresome to deal with in For Honor just from these reasons alone. And he'll all around be frustrating for some players, man. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the conclusion right here about Shaolin. So, Shaolin is a very slippery and aggressive hero in For Honor, where he has infinite chains that can help with pressure and be very mix-up intensive in For Honor from time to time. Shaolin can control himself in team fights and help his teammates out from time to time too. He mainly is good for clearing out minion lanes and switching to the next zone when possible, and his sweep will still confuse players. I mean, it is an orange unblockable. It's still easy to see coming, but it's not a bad move. Just some players have a hard time seeing it coming. And let's not forget that Shaolin has a tech that can be abused over and over again if the player chooses to do that. Overall, Shaolin has a lot in his kit that will continue to make him very frustrating to fight against in For Honor forever, honestly, until he gets changes and everything, or just gets toned down a little bit. Since he has like a lot of stuff in his kit, he will continue to be very frustrating for a lot of players that just have a hard time dealing with a hero that has so many moves, so many ways to mix up, and can just do everything and not even think. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think about Shaolin and For Honor, is that he's just very frustrating to fight because sometimes you don't have to think with him, sometimes you do, and you can just be very fast and agile with him. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's been a very rough week for me. I've been working and helping my family out a bit while working on this video. I probably will start some new projects soon alongside with For Honor content, so be ready for that, dudes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about Shaolin in For Honor. Do you think Shaolin is bad in For Honor right now? Do you just not like him as a character overall in For Honor, or do you think he needs a buff? Do you think he needs nerfs? Do you think he just needs to be toned down a little bit? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Shaolin in For Honor, if he just needs a buff, a nerf, needs to be toned down, or anything. Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe and also join the community, and remember to use your hype points, guys. Make sure to use the hype points to push the video out there for more people to subscribe and get new people to join the community. But anyways, guys, I am TheGamingRaptor. I will see you guys in the next video. Alrighty guys, peace out.